All right, guys, we're going to dive right into a collective message around the divine masculines, and we'll see what they want to communicate to you through this reading. I'll just work with one card for now. Okay, I get jealous easily about you. So someone's feeling jealous. I still get jealous. That might be a song synchronicity. I think that one's by Nick Jonas. Let me look up the lyrics just to romance some of you guys. Because someone's feeling jealous. The energy I'm getting to is like, they want to be around you, right? Your masculines. They want to be around you, divine feminine. They want to spend time with you. It's a significant time right now because the energy in the air, it's like really romantic, really like the attraction between twins right now is like, it's very magnetic, okay? There's a lot of sensuality. They just want to be in your energy and be in your space. So if you guys are communicating and then, you kind of got to go back to your own lives, and then maybe you might communicate with one another when you have time. I feel like that time in between, somebody's really bugging on that time in between. Okay, let's see what Jealous by Nick Jonas says. Okay, so you're too effing beautiful and everybody wants a taste, that's why. Okay, I still get jealous. You're too effing beautiful and everybody wants a taste. So you could have a lot of suitors as well, divine feminine, that have their eyes on you. Also too, like what I'm getting from the divine feminines is like you're finally in a place of just independence, autonomy, calling your own shots, and you're giving off this energy as though you really don't want to be tied down by anyone, anything. It's like you've worked really hard to get to where it is you are. Many of you could be just really engulfed in a lot of opportunities right now that are making you feel like you're putting your gifts to good use finally, and that you're getting somewhere with it. I also see a large collective of divine feminines who you're changing the way you feel about money as well, which is also another energy that's making you very attractive, okay? So a lot of you are taking on a lot more responsibility. You're practicing detachment as well. So it's like if you can practice detachment from material things, your masculines know that you could definitely practice detachment in the area of, sensuality, and like the need for a relationship or the need to feel validated by someone, okay? Now what I was going to say for some of you in the divine feminine collective who might be finding yourselves earning like a lot of pentacles, or you might find that your relationship to money has changed, you're bringing in a lot more abundance. I do see that many of you are detaching away from like material things. Like you really feel like, I just can't like buy things for myself. Like I really don't have that. Like you might have a lot of money coming in, but the more money you have coming in, the more like I feel like the more grossed out or disgusted you feel by consuming. Okay, you don't want to do that. I feel like you want to use your money to help. Philanthropy might be a big word for some of you, but I feel like this is exactly why it is a lot of this is happening for many of you, okay? And that's why they're kind of jealous, because they might see you just out and about a lot more. A lot of you as well in the feminine energy, you've really gone through this big shift or this big change, and somebody's jealous because I feel like you make it look so easy. It's like everybody around this divine masculine as well have their eyes on you. And I feel like a lot of you can feel it as well, but you're just trying to stay in your own lane and mind your own business. It's your way of protecting and preserving your energy. Many of you might be trying your best to really lay low as well. And that could be something else that's making them feel jealous, because they don't have all of the answers or all of the puzzle pieces, and they hate that they're speculating, but they can't help it because many of you, a lot of this pentacles now, I feel like people don't know where you are, like that might be a thing. It's like people might think they know where you are, and then it's like you're actually not where you are. Many of you are discovering that, freedom is a big thing. I do see that for a lot of you watching this reading. Just readings or messages around like a lot of abundance could be coming through, and you're just like, okay, next. You're probably ignoring it, but pay attention to that, guys. Like many of you might have a lot of signs that are in your reality that are trying to show you that you're actually about to really receive a lot of abundance. And I feel through that abundance, it's really, I'm hearing a nudge to tell you guys it's going to shut everybody up. I don't know who that's for or who's listening. But also too, besides that, it's going to make you guys comfortable and make you feel like you have a lot of different options. And I feel like many of you, like you've spent a lot of time being in this bubble. And I feel like a lot of your divine masculines in the past, it would have been this opposite energy, right? Maybe many of you might have seen your divine masculine just having that energy where it's very action oriented, right? Like a lot of you could have been very opposite. Like if your masculine was out there traveling the world, most likely you were very introverted, and this was something that you were like, oh, I can only dream of it, but to actually go out there and do it, oh, I don't know. Maybe you had fears around finances, money, the time, the people or person to do it with. Now, though, I feel like many of you are attracting these experiences and these opportunities. I feel like you guys are doing like a turn, like a switch. A lot of your divine masculines are getting an opportunity now to see the kind of life that you were living, and now you're getting an opportunity to see the kind of life that your divine masculine was living. And through this, I feel like you guys are gaining a lot of understanding as well. Okay, maybe not so much yet for the divine masculines because they're just at the beginning of this trigger of seeing your boss a little style naman. You know what I mean? In Trinidad, we say that we go check she bossing style on me now, meaning like, you feel like you're too good. But it's not that you're too good. I feel like for the first time ever, you guys are you might find yourself busy. Okay, and a lot of you as well, just a heads up, like if you are attracting a lot of pentacles and things like that, make sure that you guys are being responsible and that you have people who are responsible and know how to manage resources wisely, that you have a few people on your team, okay? But someone's concerned about your whereabouts. What kind of energy are you giving off that's making them jealous, Divine Feminine? Okay, so I feel like you're doing things on your own, okay? You don't need anybody's help to do this. Like normally someone wants to kind of come in there and be like this hero for you. Like sometimes you might have like that kind of thing in relationships where it's like somebody wants to feel like of use or they could do something for you. It's like, this is how I could sweep you off your feet, okay? I feel like someone's feeling insecure about trying to sweep you off your feet. And that's why I'm saying there's been a huge turn of the tables in the past when they could have swept you off your feet. They didn't because they were judging you. This is what this person may really regret right now. And it's like they could be looking at you in this complete transformation, and I'm telling you, some of you, it is a big transformation that's either happened to you or is about to happen to you. Okay? People are about to talk about how much of a transformation you've had, or it's going to bother them to feel like you just get things easy. It's like, wow, you what? Really? That's what you're doing? And it's like they're shocked. Or all this time people could be watching you and feeling like it's not fair. Okay? Or kind of sending that energy towards you. Okay? But in the past, I feel like many of you, like I'm seeing her clothing and I'm thinking like this kind of rags to riches, this rags to riches story. And I know that's weird to say that makes someone jealous, but it does. You know why? Because like the thing about people that go from like rags to riches is like, it's not the money, it's usually like the drive, right? Like if you can start one business, that's great. But if you can start one business and not be afraid of it failing because you have the skills to just do another startup or start something else or get another project going, then I think that's where the real skill comes in. I just heard someone's jealous of your hustle. Someone's jealous of your smarts and your hustle, and you're a divine feminine energy. So I feel like this masculine is really, really triggered because you kind of make moves like a dude or like a boss. And I know that sounds not cool to say because you guys are probably like, no, to intuitive. Like what makes you think that like, the divine feminine energy or women can't move like bosses? It's not that. It's just, it's coming off as very like action energy, you may not have to break a nail doing it, but you certainly kind of like your mind, the way your mind works, divine feminine. Somebody is just kind of envious of that. Okay. You have, like someone can work with their hands and work hard, but you don't have to like work hard. I feel like you work hard with your mind. Okay. And it's like an influx of ideas will come through, and it's like usually they're really successful ideas. Okay. I feel like somebody may be envious of like the connection that you have to source. But this is justice in a sense where it's like these gifts belong to you. You were born with these gifts. You're not here to use these gifts to indulge. What people may not see about many of you is that like people may be jealous of you, including this divine masculine, but they don't know how much of a big heart you have. They have no idea how much of a giver you have. They could see, a lot of people are watching how much money you have, but they have no idea how much of it you really don't care to indulge in yourself. A lot of you would rather help improve the lives of other people around you. And that's why I'm saying at the beginning of the reading, your whole perspective has changed on like money and things like that. It's like you're so detached. And that's why your masculine's pleading that you hear them out. Many of them may want a second chance. Many of them may be trying to dissolve this energy because it's intimidating, okay? It's intimidating. And I hear a lot of people feel very, very foolish for once upon a time judging many of you because I see a lot of you were like, I don't know, guys, like I'm sorry to say, but I feel like a lot of you might have been like a mockery or gossip of the town or just kind of people looking at you in this like lower vibrational light, like you were never going to be something or never going to make it. Remember I posted Satisfaction by Eve in the comment section in the community board? Because the part of the song that got me was like, they never thought that I would make it rapping. I feel like for many of you, people never thought that you were going to amount to anything, or like if you did have a business idea or like some kind of startup in the beginning, you might have had people like kind of poking fun at you, maybe laughing at you, thinking it would never go anywhere. And then your guides and the universe was like, anyways, let's show them. And that's why you guys are getting this beautiful card here, with the justice here coming through. Okay, because I feel like everyone's envy toward, like they're not envy, but it's like everybody's mockery now is now envy. That's hilarious. Everybody's mockery has now turned into like their envy for you. At one point you were a laughing stock. At one point they would like pull up your website or pull up your, you know, your whatever platform that you had advertising like your projects or your spiritual work. Many of you would sell certain like crafts that you made yourself or just whatever the case is. And I feel like people would pull it up and they would just like laugh at it. And then it's like behind the scenes, your guides and angels were like, okay, so let's send in this person, this person, this person, this person to collaborate with Collective. And all of a sudden it's like 6 months later, you guys might have like 3 different websites now, right? You guys might have experienced some kind of like overnight success, or like the trajectory of the arrow went like and then it maybe went down a bit and then it went and now people are like, oh my god, like I am so embarrassed. Okay, I'm hearing that people who used to gather and gossip about you, they don't gather anymore. Okay, they don't gather anymore. It's too embarrassing now to look, because again, what was once, you know, for some of you it might have been like 15 page visits for the month, and now it's like 15,000 page visits for the month. I see a lot of you sitting in success. And again, if you found this reading and this hasn't happened yet, this reading is like planting a seed for many of you that can feel the success coming. Okay, and it's been coming to you in certain signs, like you keep finding feathers, or you keep seeing a lot of angel numbers, or again, you keep seeing certain types of messages that you're designed to be like successful or a millionaire or whatever. Just remember, guys, like Source doesn't put that kind of like gifts into just anybody's hands. They will put it into the hands of somebody who doesn't really care for stuff, right? You guys remember that old video of the guy hitting the pan with the spoon, where he was like, love is the answer, stop buying stuff. The universe knows that it's putting pentacles into your hand for a reason, because you've earned your right to be able to distribute it correctly and to be able to assist and to be able to help. You're not fueled by greed. You're not going to be overindulging. Many of you might have seen a lot of lessons around this as well, where it's like, get prepared to start managing money, you know, big amounts of money as well. Somebody is jealous of this because I feel like they can feel it too. And I feel like it is your masculine's energy, but at the same time, it's kind of fueling them in the right way to be able to let go of that envy. And it's like, again, with the Satisfaction song by Eve, you know, you can't beat me, then join me, right? Many of you are kind of letting your divine masculines know, like, there's no need to feel this type of energy or feel competitive. That's why a lot of them too go silent on you, or they have a hard time celebrating your success or feeling victorious, because they know it's lighting a fire under their ass to get moving in that magician energy. You know, it's really triggering at times, which is why I feel like this is coming through. It's not easy to have conversations with you and ask you how your day was, Divine Feminine, because many of you are just like, oh, guess what I did today? And it makes somebody kind of feel like, damn, I'm not doing enough with my time, my energy. And a lot of them probably really are not, because they're not taking time to acknowledge their gifts, most likely because this competitive energy here is kind of clouding them, right? It's like, rather than come close to you, collaborate, express, because it's like this third energy wanting to be created when you're with your masculines. But I feel like the void that kind of gets in the way is that, like, your energy just could be really big right now, doing big things. Big things are going on. Sorry, I couldn't resist. That is Jamaica. Some of you guys confuse my accent for the Jamaican accent, but it's actually Trinidadian accent. The Jamaican one, I think, for me is different, and some of the slang too is different. But yeah, the big things are going on is definitely Jamaican. But yeah, that's how I feel like for some of you. It's like you have big things going on, and someone can't help but feel like they missed the boat. They underestimated you. They should have joined forces with you. They should have joined your team. Instead, they were busy making a mockery of you, or hoping that whatever your endeavor wasn't going to actually blossom or go anywhere, right? Yeah, it might have seemed like a really like unorthodox idea. It might have seemed kind of just out of the box, but I feel like the universe was like, yeah, like it's designed to be out of the box. It's meant to wake people up and kind of shake them up and shit, right? So that's the overall vibe, guys. You know, I really do feel like someone's just kind of humbling themselves, coming to you and wanting you to hear them out, that it's like, damn, I'm going to show you the signs that it's like, I'm trying to get over this. I'm trying my best to heal from this. But I want to be vulnerable in this moment and let you know that it's like, I may be jealous and envious of you, but doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Okay, I feel like this is your masculine's energy coming through as like, okay, I understand. You may be triggering me into silence, but instead of spiraling further down into the darkness, I'm going to use the trigger as a way to help myself grow as well. A lot of your divine masculines too, like, I think that one of the things you trigger them the most to do is like to follow their dreams and goals and passions. But the thing with that is like, it does involve creating, it does involve thinking out of the box. And for many of them too, it involves, you know, kind of breaking out of like traditional roles, you know, being honest with themselves, taking risk, and a lot of the times not being afraid to fail or be afraid of rejection. But what they may not realize is like, you have universal assistance though. Like, you're on the twin flame journey. Just look at your divine feminine. But many of them may be too prideful right now to realize that it's like they can ask for assistance, they can ask for help. They may not believe that that's possible or true, and that they have to do it all on their own. But it's not the case. That's why they get so jealous and triggered, because they're like, how the hell are you making it happen so easy? And many of you are like, damn, because my connection with Source is so deep, it's so big. You know, my connection to the things around me, it's big. It's like, you're not focused on the shallow things. You're not chasing it, divine feminine. That's what it is. Right? You don't care for it. You don't care for the big shiny things. You know, many of you don't care for the flashy. You want to spend time by the waterfalls and in the forest, and, you know, trying to find mushrooms and looking closer at bugs and stuff like that, because it's like, that's where you belong. And that's why you and your masculine could be so different in that way. So, yeah. All right, guys. That's what I have for you for this one, okay? I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you want to dig deeper and get into a personal session with me, I am over at hipsy.com. You will find all of the links in my bio. And then I do have the membership section as well, where I have more intimate 18+ readings. A nice little library for you guys to enjoy, especially late at night. So yeah, check it out, even if it's for the month, okay? I love you guys. I will catch you in the next reading. Take care. Bye.